So I just have the scenes left of a parent. What? Anywho, can I just say, I can't believe people have taken time out of their day to make Nursery Nurse t-shirts. Like you've spent time and effort and work doing that for this content. That's pretty sweet. Like the effort to do that, like to make a t-shirt with this mug all over it. I love this community that we've made. Like this I think you call it a fandom now. I love it. I'll be back. Not so long ago, you were all begging me to get rid of Mia. Now my DMs are full of people asking me to keep her. Rest assured, I have plans for Mia. Because obviously she's a character with so much history with the other characters, and I think she has so much potential. But I have one plan for her in particular, whereby she is going to become quite integral further down the road. So it might be a brief farewell, but she's actually going to become very important further down the road with somebody else. You could probably take a guess. So that old saying, monsters aren't born, they are made, definitely applies to Mia, because once you find out her origin story this evening, I think we will all agree that she had every right to become the villain. Can I just say that this is like the best community to be a part of? Like, I love how we're all so invested and so excited, and your excitement and investment in the characters motivates me to create more stories. And I know this community is just awesome. Like I live for your excitement, and when you message me and tell me how you can't wait for the videos to come out and that you're counting down or you're staying up to watch it, I just love it. This whole community is just incredible. I love it. So I was going through the DMs and someone asked if I feel weird when I see like edits and things, and I absolutely do not, because I don't see the characters as being me. I see them as all their own people with their own backstories and histories and personalities. So no, I don't feel weird when I see the edits at all. And I had a couple of other questions, just people asking if it's okay if they use the characters to write like stories with them. No, go ahead. I'm not precious about keeping the characters to myself. You know, they belong to all of us, they belong to all of you. If you'd like to write stories or do anything with them, use the characters. They're yours. They are yours. You know, I'm not going to gatekeep. So yes, if you want to use the characters to write stories with, have at it. I can't wait to read them. So no, the characters belong to all of you. Okay, so there's something I really want to get off my chest, and I'm hoping others will agree with me. I was considering rewatching The Vampire Diaries for the umpteenth time, and spoilers ahead. But every time I go to rewatch it, I'm like, and I get really angry because I know that Caroline are not Endgame. And people might get really upset about what I'm about to say next, but for me, Caroline and Stefan did not have any chemistry. I'm so sorry, but I'm sure by now, from watching all of my videos, you probably realise that I'm very much a fan of good and evil, like opposing forces being together. I think that's the perfect balance. You know, Damon and Elena were great together. I thought Stefan and Catherine were fantastic together. Caroline and Klaus, they should have been Endgame, and I'm still not over it, and it's been so many years, and why didn't the writers put them together? I'm sorry, but this is just how I feel. This is also why sometimes I'll be tagged in an edit and it'll be a ship of two of my characters, and I sort of go, no, they can't go together. They're both like protagonists. Two protagonists do not belong together. So a little while ago I saw a ship of Marjorie and Charlotte, I was like, no, they're both goodies. They can't be together. And it's like, no, I like it when the villain and the good person gets together, because they bring out the good side of each other. So the villain will bring out the darker, maybe more mischievous side of the protagonist, and the protagonist will bring out the softer side of the villain. And that's what we have with Reese and Marjorie, Autumn and Winter, and Charlotte and Mia. Like, you know, so sometimes I see some of these ships together of my characters, and I know it can't work because they're both two pure souls go together. Anyway, sorry about my rant about Vampire Diaries. That was really out of left field and from nowhere, but it was just something that was on my brain, and something that I still feel salty about to this day. But yeah, anytime I see a Caroline edit, I will stop and watch it, and I will like the bejesus out of it, because I'm like, yes, they should have. Oh, I'm getting worked up all over again, and I'm not even rewatching it. I haven't watched it for a little while actually, but we were robbed. We were so robbed. Also, I think I'm going to start referring to the videos as episodes. I think we all look forward to them in the same way that we would look forward to an episode of any other TV show. So let's call them episodes. I'm going to call them episodes. Unless it's just a skit. The storylines I'm going to call episodes. I think I've had too much coffee. I'm really hyper. I think I'm just so excited for tonight. Yes, I need to calm down. I need to go have some water. I'm gonna go. So a couple of people have mentioned Killing Eve. That show has my whole heart. Villanelle is for me one of the best characters on TV. I just love her. If you came up to me and said, you know, you could play any character on any TV show, Villanelle is up there as one of the ones. Oh, she's so complex, and the dynamic between her and Eve, the back and forth between them, the tension, the chemistry, it was just chef's kiss. I love Killing Eve. It's just everything. Maybe I'll rewatch that show instead, because but then I don't know, the later season kind of did fall off a cliff for me. I am really salty about a lot of shows like Game of Thrones. Again, I'm obsessed with it, but then obviously the finale, oh gosh. A couple of people have asked me how I feel about Sarah the waiter and Mia being together. Again, I don't think the dynamic's right between them, so they're not going to be an item either. However, they are going to meet. So a few of you have messaged me telling me which are your comfort characters, and this is going to sound stupid, but I have comfort characters too in the nursery, and basically sometimes the storylines can really take it out of me, and I know that I sound like a diva when I say this. I sound so obnoxious. I'm like, oh god, it's too much. The skits, the standalone skits, they're relatively easy to film. I can just film them and I detach them, that's fine. The storylines, because I become so heavily involved in them, they can consume me quite a lot, which I know sounds absolutely ridiculous, but like the Marjorie storyline, I went back to doing kind of like skits after that, because that really kind of took it out of me. And this whole Mia, Charlotte and the family dynamic storyline last week was quite a lot. So when I've done things like that, I like to revert to my comfort characters, which are normally Saoirse and Winter. So you'll probably be seeing a bit more of them. Just to let you guys, Reese does not have a ponytail. The wig is like it was like a bob. So in order to get Reese's hairstyle, I had to tie it back. And then obviously in the video, I turn my head to the sides and you see it tied back. He doesn't actually have a ponytail. I'm so sorry. In fact, no, I'm not sorry, because I know people didn't want him to have a ponytail, and I can confirm he doesn't. In fact, I gave him a haircut after that photo shoot. And so I was going to say, should I give Eric some bum fluff? But I was worried that people wouldn't know what that meant, and I would come across really weird. So I called it facial hair, but I was thinking maybe just more like a little tusked, you know, like bum fluff, like a 17-year-old boy would grow. But I called it facial hair just to avoid any confusion, because I was a bit like, what if people think I'm actually talking about bum fluff?
I'm worried that without it, does he look too much like me? That's the word I was trying to find, stubble. Should I give Eric some stubble? It's okay. It's just a bit of a sore throat. It's okay. I'm fingers crossed it all comes back for tomorrow. Otherwise, all of my characters are going to sound husky. So, a few things. One, I bumped my head on the cupboard. It has two handles because it's a door that's cut in half, but because it was in the dark, I thought I'd grab the bottom handle for the bottom half of the door. I had grabbed the top one. It was smacked straight to my head, so need to write an accident form for the bump in my head. Two, when we went to the studios last Thursday with Recreate Popular, they gave us these really cool t-shirts. And three, I know I just said that we're going to have a nice easy breezy ride with it, just, a few nice wholesome skits, no drama. But I was in the shower, and we all know that when I'm in the shower, these storylines come to me, and a video idea came to me, and I've worked out the entire script and everything. It all happened in the shower. I figured out exactly what I was going to say, who the characters were going to be. Okay, so I'm about to film, the falling out, and I'm really nervous because I'm like, oh my god, these two characters, those two, oh my god, it just feels really weird. Oh my god, even I feel a bit like, oh no, it's like watching your parents argue. God, I'm really nervous filming this. It's just, yeah, and my voice is a little bit ropey from yesterday. And do we notice anything? Shara's gone from the star to a heart. So lots of people have been asking if there's going to be a winter and autumn kiss, and truthfully it didn't feel right for them. They're a very private couple, so they have their pet names for each other, like my sweet, my love, my darling, but that's really as far as they're willing to go in terms of showing public displays of affection. They don't kiss in front of people, they don't even hold hands in front of people. They're very private. They're a very, very private couple, in stark contrast to Marjorie and Reese, who will be having the kiss, who are very public with it. They're out there. It's sickening. So for winter and autumn, it didn't feel right for them. So no, there's no public kiss for them. So the plan was always for Mia to come back, but she was not meant to be coming back for quite some time. However, I've accidentally made Charlotte spiral a bit too fast. This was meant to be a gradual unravelling, and poor Char has taken an absolute nosedive, so she might have to come back a bit sooner. I'm not sure. My storylines are really sad at the moment. I want the storyline to kind of pick up, to be honest, because I want to film happier content, and I want everyone to be happy again. Filming these sad storylines actually does take its toll. So yeah, I think that's why I'm nosediving her quicker, so I can get her back out of it faster, so we can get back to happier storylines, because they're all so depressing at the moment. So one thing that people always debate with each other is, are Carly and Reese a brother-sister duo or a father-daughter duo? And the video that will be coming out today, I think, cements them really as a father-daughter duo. It's a really cute interaction between them, but yes, I think for me they are more father-daughter because of how protective he is over her, because as you've seen with Reese, when it comes to autumn, he throws things at her, he's mean to her, and generally just the brother-sister dynamic is there, whereas with Carly and Reese, he's more protective as a father towards her, and we'll see that in the video today, which the idea for it came to me in the shower, obviously. Good morning. You can really see that bruise from where I smacked it on the cupboard. So I'm getting so many comments asking how tall I am, and I think it's because when I stand next to certain people, I either look like I'm tiny or towering. There's no in between. And I've had people say I can't figure out if you were 6 foot or 5'1". So I'm right in the middle of that. I'm actually 5'5",
maybe 5, 6 on a good day. I don't know. I'll have to measure myself. I'm 5'5", 5'6", in that region, somewhere in that general ballpark.
So I was just scrolling on my FYP on TikTok, and I needed to go to the loo, so I just locked my phone, and it was still showing the voices. That voice was still coming through from after locking the phone. I was like, that's odd. So it came up with a little pause or play bar, so I paused it, went to the loo, came back, unlocked my phone, and suddenly all I heard was, the nursery nurse is in here, the nursery nurse is in here. I had inadvertently joined live, and so I panicked, I came out of it, and I have no idea whose live it was, who was in it, how many people were in it, I don't know. I accidentally joined a live just because I locked my phone just as I went to the loo, and I obviously somehow joined a live. And anyone who knows me knows I hate lives. Yeah, so if I crashed your live just now, I am so sorry. I don't even know how I did that.
So sorry, I'm making up for absolutely no waffling this morning. So I recently learnt what an emoji meant. So I'll see if I can add it afterwards and put it here somewhere. But there is an emoji that I've seen for years that I genuinely thought was a face and a nose, and I thought it was like, truthfully, I don't even know what I thought it was. And I've just learnt that it's a salute. And I didn't realise. I always thought it was not even a nose. I don't know. I thought it was just some extra part of the head coming. I don't know. And I'd see people use it in comments, and even from the comment, I couldn't figure out the context of why they were using that emoji. And I've seen people use it to me, and I'm like, what are they saying about me? I don't know. What's wrong with what's going on here that they're trying to convey in the emoji? It's a salute. It's a salute. This jumper, for everyone asking, is from Fat Face. I also have it in blue and white stripe as well, and I live in this jumper so much because there's something about the way it's knitted together. It just falls. You know, sometimes you put on a jumper and it envelops you. I don't know what that was. Millennium dance moves. Millennium dance. Carry on. It doesn't kind of give you a shape that you're not. It just falls, which I think is really, really nice because and the movement in it. Not that I'd ever move like this normally. In fact, I do what I can to move as little as possible, but there is so much movement in it as well. And yeah, it's so cozy. It's so comfy. I love this. I do live in this jumper and the blue one as well. But yes, it's from Fat Face. So I'm just going through some of the messages to answer some questions. Someone asked if I watch EastEnders. I haven't watched it for years, but I did used to watch it back in the day when, for me, it was like peak TV. So it was Pauline Fowler, Sonia, Mark, the Mitchell brothers, like both of them were on it. I even remember when the Slaters moved onto the square and that being such a big deal. Dirty Den, Sharon, but when she was younger, who's the other? The Mitchell's sister, Sam. Yes, Sam, but like the original one, Daniela Westbrook. Yes, so I was there for that era. Like that for me was like peak TV. I couldn't get enough of EastEnders, particularly like the Christmas storylines as well. I just thought they were all so good. But yeah, I haven't watched it for ages actually.